Rigathi Gachagua was on his way to Bondo until a viral video stopped him cold. Hours before he was set to visit Raila Odinga's grave, the former deputy president suddenly aborted the trip, not because of logistics, not because of security, but because of politics. ODM insiders are now calling it a ban, while Kenyans on social media are calling it karma.
We heard yesterday that Gachagua and his team were supposed to pay homage to the home of Raila Odinga. We urge Gachagua, never, don't step in Bondo. Don't step in Bondo, as your statements are not very friendly to us as ODM.
It has been just 1 week since the country bid farewell to Raila Odinga, Kenya's most enduring political figure. His state funeral at Nyayo Stadium drew the entire political spectrum. Ruto, Kalonzo Musyoka, Karua, even international dignitaries. But in the days since his burial in Bondo, one thing has become clear. Raila's death hasn't ended political rivalries, it has only deepened them. Reports emerging this morning revealed that Gachagua had quietly planned a private visit to Raila's gravesite on October 22nd. His camp says the goal was simple: to pay respect to a man he once paired with fiercely. But when word leaked, the mood shifted. ODM leaders, already simmering with anger over remarks made by Gachagua's close ally, Mutahi Kahiga, began mobilizing online outrage, and just hours before departure, Gachagua called off the trip without explanation.
And what I know is that Kahiga does not speak for himself. Kahiga is the spokesperson of Rigathi Gachagua. Rigathi Gachagua mocked Raila's illness and asked whether he was a virus and whether Kalonzo was a bacteria. To date, Rigathi Gachagua is yet to mourn Raila Odinga. Raila Odinga, who braved political tensions to go and mourn his brother, the late Rigathi Gachagua.
Then came the spark. A video of Nyeri Governor Mutahi Kahiga surfaced on X, filmed during a country event, claiming Raila's death was a blessing for Mount Kenya. He said, quote, "Since Raila's handshake our region has suffered, his death marks a new dawn." That single clip went viral within minutes, drawing nationwide condemnation. ODM officials called it disgusting, heartless, and an insult to a grieving nation. For many Kenyans, Kahiga's words reopened deep ethnic wounds, reminding them of how political opportunism often feeds off tragedy.
In noting the huge public interest that this issue has generated, I am taking responsibility of the real and perceived meaning of my remarks, and as a result, therefore, I have decided that with immediate effect, I am going to step down as the Vice Chair of the Council of Governors. And as I do that, I also pray that the soul of the Right Honorable Prime Minister Raila Odinga continue resting in eternal peace. God bless Kenya.
And therefore, we note now that anyone who associates with Gachagua and his ilk, like Kahiga, cannot be our friend. The line is drawn. Any person who associates with Gachagua, Kahiga, they cannot be our friends.
Homa Bay Governor Gladys Wanga was the first to respond, linking Kahiga's remarks to what she called the toxic culture around Gachagua's politics. She said ODM would not allow Raila's final resting place to become, in her words, a playground for hypocrisy. Within hours, ODM officials and allied members of parliament were publicly warning Gachagua to stay away from Bondo. Though the party never issued a formal ban, the message was clear: he wasn't welcome. The irony here runs deep. Gachagua's relationship with Raila has always been complex. In public, he called him the father of opposition politics. In private, his allies often mocked ODM's struggles. And when Raila was battling health issues earlier this month, ODM accused Gachagua's camp of spreading false rumors about his condition. So when he skipped both the state funeral and the burial, it raised eyebrows. Kiambu Senator Karungo Wathangwa tried to defend him, saying Gachagua stayed away out of respect, but few believed it.
And I want to say, Your Excellency, the people of Kenya have been united to a man by the candidature of the Right Honorable Raila Odinga to be the chairperson of the African Union Commission. This is a quest that has brought pride to our nation. And I would like to tell the leaders here from Africa and the representatives that as a country, as we present the Honorable Raila Odinga to be our candidate, it is because Africa, our motherland, deserves the best.
What is playing out now is bigger than one visit. It is about identity and power. Kahiga's words reignited the Mount Kenya versus Luo narrative that Kenya has tried to move past. Gachagua's own political rhetoric earlier this year, when he accused Ruto of betraying the mountain, still lingers in the public mind. And now with Raila gone, the question becomes, who inherits the moral authority he carried across regions? ODM is trying to hold the ground. The mountain, meanwhile, seems to be fracturing from within. Accounts like at Professor TV and at the Kenyan Times have fanned the BANS narrative, fueling speculation that ODM deliberately blocked Gachagua to avoid political spectacle. Supporters of Gachagua claim it is political censorship. ODM loyalists say it is self-respect, but beneath all the noise lies one truth. Raila's death has reshuffled Kenya's political chessboard. Every move now carries emotional weight.
Kenyans, I want to take this moment to address issues that have emanated from a vernacular clip that is circulating in social media. From the very onset, I want to sincerely apologize to our mourning nation, to the family of the Right Honorable former Prime Minister Raila Odinga, Mama Ida, her children Rosemary Jr. and Winnie, Honorable Senator Oburu Odinga and Honorable MP Ruth Odinga, and other siblings and their larger extended family, the ODM fraternity and the Luo nation and Kenyans at large. And to my colleague leaders from all sides of the political divide for any harm that it has elicited.
Kahiga has drawn the line. To mock, he has crossed the Rubicon. We have crossed that line now. To mock Raila Odinga in his...
As it stands, Gachagua's aborted Bondo visit tells a bigger story about Kenya's fragile political etiquette, where even mourning has borders. ODM hasn't officially banned him, but the unwritten rule is clear. You don't visit Raila's grave with baggage still on your hands. And as the country adjusts to life after Raila, one thing is certain: the struggle for his legacy has already begun. For Maisha TV, I'm William Juma.